Hello and welcome. My name is Rajiv Banerjee and I'm part of the corporate communication team at HDFC Bank. On behalf of the bank, I would like to welcome all our viewers here who are with us for this very special announcement by HDFC Bank. This announcement is basically the call for entries under the Startup Grants for Startups, which is under the aegis of Parivartan. Parivartan at HDFC Bank is basically the name for all the social change activities that we do. We are also happy to inform you that, as part of the Startup Grants for Startups, the bank has been working with 9 incubators who are registered under the Menti platform and who also screen and then mentor startups. A quick round of introductions for our guests who are with us. I'll begin first with Ms. Smita Bhagat, who's the country head for government, e-commerce and startups at HDFC Bank. Smita, thank you so much for your time and welcome to the launch of SmartUp for Startups under the SmartUp scheme. And next we have Ms. Neha Agarwal, who's the head startups and venture investment at HDFC Bank. We also have 2 incubator partners with us, Mr. Sudhir CP, who's the Vice President Corporate Finance at T-Hub. Next, we have with us Mr. Srinivas Ramanujam, who's the CEO of Will Growth Innovations. Apart from the two incubator startups, or rather incubator partners who are here with us, the other 7 who are going to be associated with this Startup Grants for Startups, I will just be naming them. They are, we have IIT Delhi, IIT BHU, AIC BIMTech based out of Noida, IIT Kashipur, GUSEC Gujarat, C Camp Bengaluru, and Banasthali University based out of Jaipur. At this juncture, I would like to invite Ms. Smita Bhagat to talk about the initiative and the entire ecosystem that she has been working on as far as startups and the startup ecosystem is concerned. Over to you, Smita.
Thank you, Rajiv. Thank you, Neha, for joining us for this launch. We are very happy to be associated with the 9 incubation partners for this initiative. Now, this initiative was started 3 years back when Government of India allowed CSR grants for startups who were getting incubated in incubators which were approved by Department of Science and Technology. And we were also in the bank building our startup ecosystem, and our objective was to make banking easier for startups. So anyone who starts business needs the bank. And how do we, offer products and services which are relevant for startups? And that was our objective. And this was extension to our SmartUp program, which offered banking. And we also wanted to go beyond banking to offer services which could be of benefit to the startups. So 3 years back, and we have come a long way. We now have 15 incubator partners, and we have given grants to 70 startups now. And these grants have been given to startups who are working to create social impact, and their work is in line with our board approved policy as far as CSR is concerned. So we have extended our CSR grant to 70 startups, and we are very proud to say that that the work they have done cuts across very interesting segments like waste management, healthcare, agriculture. There is a startup which is working on students who find difficulty in reading and writing. Then there is a startup which is for working, with women drivers, offering taxi services. Then we have a startup who have for really children who face problems in continuously sitting on the ground when they have their classes and they have to bend, and which creates a lot of health issues for them. So they are building up bags combined with a table, which is very interesting. So these are the kind of startups where we have given our CSR grant. And our endeavor is not only to support them in whatever possible we can, and then we also help create connects for them so that when required they can actually help in scaling up their business.
Now, I'd like to get in, Neha. Take us through the process of startup grants, for startups, and also touch a little bit more upon the journey which Smita also touched upon.
Thanks, Rajiv. I'd echo everything that Smita said, right? In the sense that we've come a long way. We started off by testing the process to begin with, right? And like you said, we've had 15 different incubator partners who are pedigreed institutions in their own standing. To talk about the process specifically, Rajiv, the way it runs, and it has run over the last 3 years now, is that we partner with incubators. We have a year-long MOU with them. They solicit startups which fall under the bank's CSR focus areas that we've been talking about. After they recommend startups to us, not only does the CSR team screen them to confirm compatibility, that they fall under our definition of a specific focus area or segment, the startup team also works with them to understand if their business models are actually sustainable, right? To the point that Smita was making, that it is not a short-term engagement, whether with the startups or the incubator partners for that matter. And eventually a shortlisted final list pitches to a panel of bank's senior management to be then finally selected to receive the grants that we've been talking about. So that really has been the process. The pandemic has taught us all to be more virtual than we ever imagined. And therefore this year, additionally to this offline process that we've had, we've also initiated this online call for applications. This year, therefore, we will do it in 2 stages. After we receive applications, startups will provide preferences in terms of incubator partners that they would like to be associated with. So for this year, we have 9 partners, like you've been talking about. They can select one of the 9 partners, and then the same process will follow that I spoke of. So that really broadly is the process that I just wanted to share and highlight for everyone's benefit.
Smita, one question to you. You have been really passionate about working and trying to partner with the startup ecosystem. Some amazing moments that you'd like to share when you came face to face with a startup which kind of blew your mind and then said, wow, I mean, this is the kind of work, and it's amazing to see the kind of work.
I would say, I think last year when we did in Bangalore, our startup grants, there was this startup, I'm forgetting his name, who's working in the field of providing help children who find difficulty in reading and writing. People don't know. I mean, the parents know that there is something which is troubling the child or something what child is finding difficult. And this is something I haven't seen people focusing on. And this was Arun, I think, who was the promoter of this startup. When he narrated his story that he himself was dyslexic and how he found it a difficulty, and then he actually studied from the best universities one could think about, and then that time deciding that, look, I will help what I went through. I don't want others to go through. I would like to say that differently abled children have lots of positives. They need support to flower and actually realize their potential. So that was one startup which I found very interesting, and was very proud when we supported his startup through a CSR grant.
So, Smita, tell us, what will be the focus this year of SmartUp grants for startups, keeping in mind the scenario that we are all living in?
This year, we are going to focus on startups who are working in edtech space and skill. Pandemic made everyone realize that what are the gaps and challenges which education is facing. And this year, our focus will be to identify startups which are working in this space, innovative solutions, and how it will help children across geographies make education far more simpler.
Thank you, Pita. Thank you, Neha. At this point, I would like to, have a chat with Mr. Sudhir of T-Hub and Mr. Srinivas Ramanujam of Will Grow Innovations Foundation. So, Mr. Sudhir, I wanted to ask you that, T-Hub has been associated with us for a while, with HDFC Bank and its endeavor under the Startup Grants for Startups. In your assessment, how has this partnership between T-Hub and HDFC Bank benefited the overall ecosystem, particularly the startups in the social space?
As you rightly said, Rajivji, that we have been working closely with HDFC from the day one for the last 3 years. SmartUp initiative has been very helpful for the startup achieving their goals, and smart financial tools, SmartUp advisory services and technology mentoring efforts. With the last year association with the HDFC, there has been a startup who survived for the COVID. With the support of the HDFC are provided in terms of capital support and otherwise, which is very important for the current situation to survive. And that is a basic startup requirement right now at the current pandemic, right? That is really helpful. And I think startup can relook into and what they want to go to the next level. And it is very, very important for the startup.
Thank you. Mr. Srinivas, has this event provided a fillip to, let's say, startups working in the social change space? What are your thoughts?
Thank you, Rajiv. I think what's happened with this pandemic is it's brought into sharp highlight about the gaps which the haves and the have-nots have. And Willgrow has always been working to see whether we can create impact at scale across communities to reduce inequity. And I think what HDFC Bank has been doing for the last few years is a one of its kind with its SmartUp or this entrepreneurship program, in consciously going out, working with incubators, working with startups, right, and supporting them in their growth is truly rather an exception. And I think the way they're scaling it up, we really appreciate it. And coming back to specifically what's happening now, we need, and startups need this kind of support, not just capital in terms of grant, but also after the grant, when you can start structuring access to finance for the growth, right? And it's not always going to be equity. It could be a simple commercial banking solution, right? It could be just to connect with a corporate partner for market access and such. I think that kind of network, that kind of collaboration is what is happening here. So we're really glad and grateful for this.
What I understand from this particular initiative is that it's not just about grants, as Srinivas said. It's a completely holistic approach to kind of mentoring and advising the startups who are selected for these grants. Neha, what is the USP about the SmartUp grants for startups in your opinion?
I couldn't agree with you more, Rajiv. I think it's personally very gratifying to be, driving this program in that sense. A couple of things, right? It also enables incubators, right? Because part of the grant commitments go towards administrative / marketing expenses for our incubator partners. As far as the startups which finally get selected is concerned, aside of addressing any banking related pain points, we would always want to extend any of our other value-added initiatives that can help in building the businesses to amplify the impact that they're looking to create, right? A small example could be we've been running offline pilots to connect our CSR startups, the ones who've received the grants, to companies having either a specific requirement in that segment for innovation, or from a business opportunity perspective, enabling them, the B2C startups, to list on our SmartBuy platform, for instance, right? So these are some of the obvious things that we would extend as part of the support for the CSR startups.
Srinivas, your thoughts on the fact that the importance of mentorship and the advice that comes from not just from the bank but also incubators like you. How is that important to kind of particularly shape up this particular segment of startups working in the social change space?
So we've seen a pattern where the entrepreneurs we work with are extremely passionate, and most of them are also very technically sound. Yeah. Including, we used to work we were very closely involved in EdTech and skilling. they knew exactly what kind of pain to solve for. However, the challenge is from a business angle, right? The way to scale a business is I think people can improve there. So a lot of the work that Willgrow has been doing is to help these kind of innovators and inventors understand user insights, market insights much stronger, and then leverage the market insight into viable business models. And that's where it starts complementing what HDFC Bank is bringing in, right? As you're talking about market access, corporate connects, financial modeling, if you will, that then dovetails perfectly into the kind of business challenges that the startup has to solve for, based on human insights. So as it all comes together, it gives an opportunity for a startup to succeed and scale faster than they otherwise would have.
Sudhir, your thoughts on this, please?
For a social entrepreneurship to be successful, as Neha and Srinivas said, market access and credibility and the capital is more important. The main challenges for the social enterprises face is scale up. They'll be ready with the idea validation and all, with a few customers. To make to the next level is the one thing which is really required for them to go to the next level. With the HDFC being there, being the biggest bank supporters in all the three factors, SmartUp platform, Indian social entrepreneurship ecosystem, it's very important and very promising for the future.
Thank you, Mr. Sudhir. Thank you, Mr. Srinivas. Thank you, Neha. Interesting chat on the entire startup, particularly those who are working in the social chain space. Indeed, it's the promise of the future, and the fact that creating a robust startup ecosystem augurs well for the overall development of the country. That's also underlying premise. The promise of the future can only happen when relevant stakeholders come together and work towards keeping in mind a long-term commitment to making a sustainable change and ensuring that there is a partnership going for a long term. So with that, we come to an end of this event where we have announced the call for entries for SmartUp grants for startups. Smita, thank you so much for your time. Neha, thank you so much for your time. And thank you once again, Sridhar and Srinivas, for your time. Now, since the call for entries are open, you can see the link. We would call upon the startups, particularly those startups working in the social space, in the education, skill development, edtech space, to please apply. And then we would want this entire family that has grown to 70 startups in the last 3 years to only grow bigger and bigger in the time to come. With that, we come to an end. Thank you so much.